want to get a job with NGOs, international organizations, and the UN, I want to tell you, you are in the right place. I am guessing that a lot of you, this is probably not your first seminar or training that you are attending. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. There is a lot of information out there and it can be confusing. Many a times that information overload is what keeps you from success. And it's okay. Yeah. If you have been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed in employment, I want to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to explain it to you. On the other hand, the society has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. Most people are better off as employees because they have more satisfaction and also have a higher productivity. The big corporations, the education system, the government wants you to think that you need some fancy college degree for you to be successful. I am here to tell you that they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think that, but it is not true. If you have ever thought that the government, the education system wants you to fail, you are probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. You know why? Because they want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us with that is that we actually care about your success and truly wants to see you living the life of your dreams. So that is what we are here for. I know you have that dream job which will give you the highest satisfaction and utilize your full potential. I want to show you how to make that happen during this training session. So my question to you is, are you ready? If you're ready, drop it in the chat and say, yes, I am ready. Are you ready to learn how to make that happen during this training session? If so, say, yes, I'm ready. I can see we have Jennifer Chege in Nairobi. Karibu sana. We have another blogger all the way in Pakistan. So if you're ready, drop it in the chat. Do you mean you are not paid money when you will not get the job? No, you will still be able to get the job. I can see someone here all the way in Bangladesh saying they're ready. Yes, someone else. Yes, I'm ready. Oh, the yes are coming in. Thank you very much. I can see also you are ready. Where is this? Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Oh, if you're ready, drop it there in the chat. Say, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. And I just to confirm that this is a live broadcast. You can post your comment there and I will be able to see. I also appreciate that some people will be watching this on replay, which is still very much okay. Yeah, we have some people also on LinkedIn. Lillian, you're saying you are ready. Please note that this is going to be a very interactive session because I would want to hear your feedback. I'll be asking questions, so get used to typing in. I can see more people and more people and more people saying they are ready. You are ready. You're ready. Oh, this is good. If you're ready, I am excited, and that is what I want to show you exactly that. Now, I want you to imagine this. Yeah, imagine this. You attend an interview, and at the end of the interview, the hiring manager tells you the three magic words every job seeker is looking for, that you are hired. You start working in that organization, and at the end of the month, you get a pay slip that looks like this. Wouldn't this be wonderful? This is Kenya shillings, mind you. If you want to get a much different figure, because I understand that we have people from different parts of the world, divide it by 100 just to get it in US dollars, whereby your basic salary per month is 180,000 Kenya shillings or 1,800 US dollars. House allowance 50,000. Medical allowance 25,000. Commuting allowance 25,000. At the end of the day, you take home about 270,000 Kenya shillings or 2,700 US dollars. Do I need to give you time just to close your eyes and imagine that? If that was you, then the question is, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? I want you to take a moment and drop that in the chat. Yeah, tell me, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? Because this will set up the pace for our conversation. This will be part of this because you are going after these high-paying jobs with NGOs, international organizations. You need to be very clear. What is it? Yes, I can see someone has done a very good math. Yes, 2,700 US dollars per month. How would that make you feel? So what does that six-figure salary mean to you when it goes, you want to earn such? I want you to put a phrase or two, just a word or two. What does that stand for as you put it? Thank you very much. I can see looking forward to this. Thank you very much. Joseph, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? I would want to know. I have asked this question to so many different people and they tell me, yes, different things, different things. Some is about financial freedom. Some is about I can see, yeah, Jacqueline say there, you're ready. Oh, you can see here, yes, somebody talking about life stability. Yes, you are able to get a more stable life. Yes, I can see someone, it will change your financial status for sure. You will have enough. And yes, somebody says it means billions. Oh, and you can see so many different answers here. Oh, I like this one, self-actualization, free from poverty. Yes, you get read about all this. Somebody's about stability. Yeah, someone else says, okay, it means a good pay and a comfortable life, and all that is correct. This is able to happen to you if you get there. So let's see how you can be able then to get there. When I was planning this training, I was trying to help these two type of people. Number one, a professional who is out there and they want to get a job with NGO, the UN, and international organizations. If that is you, then you are in the right place. The second kind of person I really wanted to help is someone who is feeling stuck with or without a degree. You're there and you're feeling stuck in your career. You don't know, how do I move on? How do I get the most out of my uh, career? I am here to help you. So if you don't fall in any of these categories, probably you might not find this session useful, but hang on in there. There's something for you if you fall in category number one. You want to get a job with NGOs, the UN, and international organizations, or you are feeling stuck in your career, then you are in the right place. My goal is to show you the only way to get a job with NGOs, the UN, is by acquiring what I call the Badass Pro skills. And the only place you can acquire these Badass Pro skills is through the program called Badass Pro. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we proceed. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, let me just take this moment to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Mutuku. I'm the founder of Career Point Solutions. Over the last 10 years, I've been blessed to work in recruitment, career advisory, personal and professional development as a coach in personal and professional development. Yeah, and I'm also a certified digital marketer by Google, and among other groups, I am a very proud member of a group called LYP, the League of Young Professionals. On top of that, I am also an author of several books. The first book I was able to author was Facebook for Profit and Extra Cash, even on a part-time basis. The second book I published was Blueprint for Success, Guaranteed Step to Achieving Anything. And I also published these two books. Actually, these two books are out there for free. Conquer the Year Ahead, Make the Next 12 Months Your Best Year Ever. I know we are halfway through the year, but you can still pick it up, use the same principles, and make the next 6 months your best year ever and say, yeah, I took advantage of that. And yeah, if you're a profession, when you're looking for a job, you need to be able to write a professional CV. So I have prepared for you guys the ultimate cover letter guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professions, so you can be able to get it right there. And I have two questions for you, and this is what will set the basis for the rest of our conversation this evening. The first question I want to ask you is, will you let me be your coach? Will you let me be your guide, to be your mentor in the next 1 hour or so? Will you allow me to be your coach? If the answer is yes, drop that in the chat. Say yes. Do you want me to be your coach? Do you want me to be your mentor? If so, say yes. And the second question I want to hear from you is, will you let me tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? If so, say yes. I can see just you're saying yes. Oh, there's someone there saying definitely be my coach. Yes, yes. By the way, if you're saying yes to both questions, just say yes times two, or yes, yes, or the quickest way to say yes to both questions. Ahmed, you're saying yes. I can see Arif, you're saying yes. I can see Olivia saying yes. I can see Sulaiman in LinkedIn saying yes, sir. Koske, you're saying yes. So the question, oh, I can see a yes times two here. Yes, yes. So are you saying yes to both questions? Do you want me to be your coach? Do you want me to tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? drop yes to both questions. That is, please, I am really happy because this is what I intend to do. Sometimes when people want to be liked, I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to tell you the truth. Yeah. And when people want to be liked is when they want to, they will not tell you the hard truth, the real truth. Yeah. I can see, yes, they are coming in all the way from Facebook. We have some people on LinkedIn. We have some people on YouTube. Oh, this is great. This is great. And I'm happy we are able to stream on all these platforms. So we have a lot of people right now. When I look at my dashboard, people who are live, it is quite amazing. So let's get started. Yeah. To help you understand this thing, I will give you my job search story. Back in 2009, I cleared my schooling and I was out there looking for a job. I was blessed that within the first 1 year, 2010, I got my first real job. According to the Bureau of Statistics, it is said it takes about 3 to 5 years for a fresh graduate, someone straight from college, to be able to secure a job. To me, that 1 year felt like forever. And I really sympathize with those people who stay 2, 3, 4 years without a job. Not an easy task. Then something interesting happened when I got my first real job. That first year, I got over 10 interviews, I mean, almost an interview every month. However, I was not securing the job. But then in 2011, there was an opportunity, and I said, I must seize this moment. This was just a definition. This was like my dream job. At that particular point, I was working in CIM, that is Western Kenya, under the Computer for Schools project. And we were setting up labs for computers, teaching students and teachers how to use computers. And then there's an IT job, IT teacher needed in Nairobi in an international school. And I said, I must use this moment. And I think that is when I started coming up with this kind, what I call the badass pro skills. Yeah. When I actually look back, because the thing is, a how does it work? Normally, you apply for as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you get invited for an interview. If the interviewers like you, then you are able to secure that job. It might not be your dream job, but because you really don't have anything else to do, what you do, you pick that job. However, with badass pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results with no doubt. As in, you are sure you use this is what will happen. Take a look at this email I got from Alexander. He dropped me an email saying, I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was interviewed for the position of career liaison officer, Kenya Airways, and Wednesday this week, I got the job. The guy got the job just after following what I was able to teach him. And so it can happen to you. And in the next, let me say now, 40 minutes, yeah, I am going to divert you these two main secrets. Secret number one, how do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? And number two, I am going to show you or share with you the secret, how to negotiate a six-figure salary. Now, I like playing this game, yeah? Assuming that we did not have time for both secrets, you have to pick one. Which one would you really, really want to know? I want you to drop in the chat, either one or two. Imagine we don't have time to go through the two secrets. We only have time for one secret. Which one would you really, really want to know? Drop in the chat. Is it one or two? One or two? I want to see which one is the most popular. I can see someone here saying, yes, I'm interested. Thank you. Okay, I can see a two. I can see a one there. Nicholas goes for one. Margaret goes for one. Patrick goes for two. Okay, there's another one here. Josephine goes for one. Where are we? Okay, the ones are coming now. The ones have decided to take over. Rose, I can see a two there. Okay, where was that two? It's really moving. Okay, I can see a two. I can see a one. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Yeah. I can see someone saying both. Yeah. Who was that? Okay, they're coming so quickly in the chat. Yeah. I can see a two. I can see a one. Yeah. Okay, I think I need to. Anyway, thank you very much. I can see the numbers are coming in very fast. 1 2 1 2. I don't know even which way to go. But I can see the ones are quite many. The ones are quite many. Yeah. But don't worry. I can see someone wants to say both. The good thing is that we have time for both questions, so no need to worry. Like, will we cover all both? Yes, we will cover the two. So don't go anywhere. In the next 45 minutes, I will be through with all this. So let's go ahead and look at secret number one. How do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Remember what I told you? There was a job here in Nairobi, an IT teacher in an international school. At that particular point, I'm working all the way in Western Kenya, Nyanza, working as a computer tutor. I applied for that. I came for the interview, and at the end of the interview, I was so damn sure I was going to get that job. And as when I traveled back, as sure as hell, I got invited. I received a call. I remember I came for the interview on a Friday. I traveled back that evening. On next day on Saturday, walking towards my house around mid morning there, 10, 11 ish, I received a call, and it's from this lady. And she said, "Thank you very much for coming in for the interview. We are happy to inform you that we are offering you the job. You are the candidate we are offering the job." I was so happy. I was so excited. I almost jumped in the middle of the road out of excitement. But then that afternoon, something a little bit depressing happened because I received a call from the same number, but this time around, uh, she was telling me, that lady, that unfortunately they are withdrawing the job offer. And I got a little bit confused. And I was like, what? Why is that so? They said, yeah, I was the best interviewee. They took my name to the board, but unfortunately, the board rejected my name. One, because they needed someone who had experience teaching in an international school and actually taking students through the international curriculum and the exam that is IGCSE. I had none of that experience. I said, wait a minute, I don't have that experience. I don't have that kind of qualification. How was I able to get that kind of job? Now, I want to give you these three things. Now, when you get into an interview room, you have 3 seconds and you need to show these three things straight off the bat for you to get that job. Number one, you should be able to show them that you are as sharp as a tack, mentally acute, clever, intelligent, mentally alert. You have your eyes on the ball. This should come straight off the bat. Within the first 3 seconds, you should show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great excitement and interest in that organization, in that role, and that specific job that you are interviewing for. And the third thing, you should be able to show them that you are an expert. You're knowledgeable. You have the skills in that area. Now, these three things should come straight off the bat within the first 3 seconds. You might be there wondering, how do I do all these three things within 3 seconds? The good thing is that this is a learnable skill and you can be able to learn how to use it. Look at this. Brian learned the same skills, and this is what he dropped me an email saying: I am grateful for the service. I would like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews. Who get 5 interviews in this day and age? 3 finance assistant position, 2 finance officer position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure the finance officer job, which I'm starting in January. Another one here, Chef Crew telling me, hello Daniel, thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming to be a registry officer. Now I am one. Thank you and be blessed. She got her dream job, right? Another one here, happy customer saying, dear Tip, thank you for always thank you guys for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within few months. I'm happy for the result. My current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews and still emerged the best. Thank you guys. So you can see this is a trend that is happening. Now, just to come to some of your question, probably some of you are asking, how long is it going to take for me to be able to do this? I'll tell you this there. This is a job market. You are paid for the value that you bring into the market. And it takes time to build the value. It takes time for you to be valuable as an individual. Unfortunately, you're not paid for the time. You were actually paid for the value that you bring in. So don't focus about the time, focus about the value. What about office politics? Yeah, some people are concerned, how do I go up and there's a lot of office politics in our place? I'll tell you this: don't worry about office politics. I can show you how you can use office politics to your advantage, because office politics is not going anywhere. How do I convince the management that I'm the right candidate, I'm due for promotion, I can take up more responsibilities? I'll tell you this: it's very difficult to convince the management, it's very difficult to have people change their minds, but I can teach you how to influence the management, because influence is a learnable skill. rather than convincing people, you can influence the outcome. And that is something you can learn. Do I need to quit my job? No. Most of the time, you don't need to quit your job. The opportunities are right there where you are. And there are some red flags, of course, we can look for if you really need to quit your job. But I can tell you, over the high number of people I've worked with, most of the time the opportunities are right there. They don't need to quit. But if you feel you need to quit, we will identify that. Is it possible for me? Somebody asked that, and I said, yes, it is possible for you, and you can be able to do exactly that. So let me say this, that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced than you. That is very true. Now, I want you to repeat that after me. If you're in a place you can say it out loud, please go ahead and say it out loud. If not, do it just quietly in your heart with a lot of conviction. Maybe people around you might think you're going nuts, but we can say this together, that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. Is that okay? Super good. Thank you, guys. Now let's move on and say this. Yeah. Oh, before I go to secret number 2 on how you negotiate, are you finding value so far? Yeah, I'm just checking up on you. Would you say that it was worth your time to actually join me in this live broadcast? And if you're watching on replay, that it is worth the time that you have spent so far, the first 21 minutes with me here in this live broadcast? If so, say yes, it is of value, or just say something like, yeah, valuable, it's good, let's keep going, I'm happy, I'm getting over. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I can see Nelson going out there and saying it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. I can see Joyce, you're there saying, yes, very worth it. Thank you very much. Someone else saying 100%, certainly. Oh, yes. Yeah, life changing. Thank you. Valuable. Keep shooting. Where there's some, they're still coming. I can see somebody's here saying excellent. Yeah, worth it. Great stuff. Why the worth it? Where is this worth it? It keeps on disappearing. Yeah, I got it. Absolutely right. Right. Keep going. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm here just to confirm that you're getting value, and I'm very happy to see that you're feeling like you did waste your time joining me. You haven't. I'm not also wasting my time teaching this. Perfect. I can see there. Yes, very valuable, and I really appreciate. And I keep on checking about you to make sure that we are flowing and we are going in the right direction. Now let's get to secret number 2: how to negotiate a 6-figure salary. Right? I told you guys we have time for both secrets, so don't you worry. When I was doing research to be able to bring you this section here, I came about this study done by Jobvite, a very authoritative firm when it comes to uh, work and HR matters. And they did a research and they found out that 48% of salary negotiations always end up into higher salary, or they result to higher pay. And I was like, this is good news. Like, great. As in, let me interpret it for you. Chances of you getting that higher salary if you negotiate, it is very high, 84%. But then the next piece of statistic, or made me a little bit depressed, because I looked at it and say only 14% of only 14% of employees negotiate salary at their current job. I think I need to take some water. Yeah, only 14%. Now you wonder, if chances of you getting a high pay salary, higher pay is very high, 48, 84%, why only 14% actually try to negotiate? And I want to know, let me just know in the chat, have you ever tried to negotiate your salary in your current job, not another job? Say yes or no in the chat. And if yes, how did it go? Positive or negative? Just, I want you to type very shortly. I'll go through the comments, yeah? Because I really want to know, like in this audience that I have, is it only 14% who have ever tried to negotiate salary in their current job? If you tried, how was it? I can see this is so true. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Somebody said positive. Yeah, it went. Or someone else said, yeah, yes, all in vain. Joyce, I'm about to give you some. I can see a yes there. I can see a no from Gabriel. I can see Yes, but a negative, La Villa, I'll show you how you go about it. I can see yes, and it went positive. Thank you. I can see yes, went negative. I can see yes, was it positive or negative? I can see another yes, went negative. I can see someone here saying no, they have never tried. I have to see yes, I tried, and the result was not 100%, but managed to get a rise. But managed, okay, was not okay. I'm not sure. Was it a yes? Was it or you managed to get the raise? Oh, negative 4 times. Okay, I'm here to give you some real good stuff here. Yes, but it went negative. Okay. The thing is, if it went negative, probably it is how you approached it, and not necessarily how you approach, or maybe the environment. But I'm about to give you 3 tips that will just help you next time you go. And I'm very happy to see that in this audience, the kind of people that I have here, most of them people are saying yes, yes. As much as it is yes and a negative, as much as I can see there's a no, there's a negative. That means you tried. I can see another negative here. That means at least you tried. So the thing is, how do you approach it so that you can get a positive outcome out of it? Now, the first thing you need is confidence. The first thing you need is confidence. Anyone who is confident enough to try usually succeed. So it starts with confidence. Once you're confident of what you are capable of, once you're confident of this is what I am bringing on board, then you need to apply these 3 tips that I'm about to share with you. Tip number 1, it might look so simple until you wonder, is it really a tip? Yes, it is a quite very strong tip right there. Know the salary you want before you start negotiating. You will be surprised how many people come to me and tell me, yes, I want a job, I want higher pay. I ask them, how much do you want to be paid? You know, no, I don't know. Right now you're being paid 50,000. I give you 50,000 and a shilling on top. Isn't that more? Oh, you understand? I don't understand. You need to be very clear in your head. This is the amount I want. Is it 50,000? Is it 100,000? Is it 200,000? Is it, and this figure you're not just pulling from thin air. That is the other thing. It should be a figure that represents your value, a figure that represents your worth. So the question is, do you know your worth? Do you know your value? Once you are clear on your value and your worth, this leads to the next step, which is make your company realize your value. Don't assume that they know. This is where you bring all and any evidence you have to support your value to that company. Make them realize your value. The reason why they haven't given you the raise without you asking is because they don't seem to be knowing your value. So make it clear to them. What is your worthwhile contribution? What is your meaningful contribution? What is it that they stand to lose if they don't have you? Make it very clear to them. And thirdly, this is quite very powerful. Use comparables to justify your higher salary. Do you know how much someone like you, with the kind of skills you have in your industry, in that field, how much should they be paid on average? I know most people don't share their salary, but we have people, we have tools that will enable you to get these figures. Have comparables to be able to justify your higher salary. Now, I want you to have a look at this email here, yeah, and keep this in mind. This is an email I got from Julius, and he said, "Greetings this evening. I am writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I'm glad that I have landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one I prefer. I am working towards completing my course M&E. That is a course monitor evaluation we offer here at Career Point Solutions. You are the best. Now, here's the point. This guy, barely 2 months, gets 2 jobs, has to pick one and let go the other. Another one, here we go. This is Lawrence. Lawrence says this. I am happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours, within a span of 1 week. I attended all the interviews, and fortunate enough, I secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thanks a great deal. And please convey my gratitude to your entire team. Yours sincerely, Lawrence. Now, this guy within 24 hours got three job offers. Oh, he attended the interviews 1 week, got all the three job offers. So I want to ask you a question, and I want you to put either a word or two in the comment. If you had 3 or 4 job offers, you have to pick one and let go the other two. What criteria will you use to decide I will go for this job? I want you to put just one word or 2 words. Yeah, you get 2, 3, 4 job offers. You have to pick one job and let go the other. Just like Lawrence had here, just like Julius had to let go. What criteria will you use to decide I'll go for this job, I'll let go this other job? I am waiting to see your comments in the chat. What will you use? I can see. Make feel worth it. Okay, I think that was a different. Thank you very much, Mutunga. Right on it. You say you will make the decision based on pay, and that is correct 100%. And by the way, let me tell you this: do not feel ashamed that you're making this decision based on the salary. It is okay. Just a bit. Yes, it is very much okay. Let me see here. I can see someone else here talking about higher pay, which is very much most priority. What is the priority? I can see somebody talked about the culture and the salary, the post and the salary. You will choose the best. Yes, the best based on what? What will you use to decide the best? I can see Pamela, you're talking about the salary. I can see Purity, you're talking about pay, which is very good. Let me tell you this: there's nothing bad making your decision based on the money. And this is what most people make the decision based on. Some people say, oh, it's about work environment, it's about I don't know, career growth, which they are all okay, they are very much okay. But the basic thing, it's okay to talk about the money. And because there was a research that was done, and if you look at this is a research done by Finances Online, yeah, and they say that the most important consideration for professionals to accept a new job, number one included compensation. It's about the pay, 49%. Another 33%, it's because of professional development. And another 29% work-life balance, which is important. Yeah, we'll talk about work-life balance, especially this day and age of mental health issues. Yeah, and professional development, that is where we talk about career growth and all that, which is super good. One here before I this one disappears. I can see Nicholas, you're talking about job security. But do you know what is job security in essence? You want just to be sure that you will be there for long, to be paid for longer. Yeah, you don't want to be paid this month and next month you're not sure if you'll be paid. So at the end of it, yeah, it's still about payment. I can see Jennifer, you're talking about payment, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is my point. Nothing wrong with that. And I want us to say this together, just as we did the first one. Yeah, it is possible to negotiate a higher salary and get it. Very much possible. Let's say it together with a lot of conviction. If you can say it out loud, say it out loud and say it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. It's very much possible. And let's not think as if this is something that is set apart for a few. It is everyone who has a value in the marketplace. Again, just getting back to some of the questions that I've seen you send. Some of you sent this by email when I asked you to send me your question. One of the questions is, how do I network with the right people? This is a very good question, because I want to tell you this. According to LinkedIn, 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networks. And so it is important for you to know, how do you network with the right people. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll give you an opportunity to network with high worth individuals who will help you get these high paying jobs. 85%. It's just a matter of referral and just networking and say, yes, I know this person, I can refer to you someone. This is how these jobs are gotten. What matters most? Is it qualification or experience? Now, I want to pause here a little bit and tell you this. Whenever I see this kind of question, this is where I get a little bit out of shape. Do you remember at the beginning, you gave me permission to tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? I'm about to do that. Yeah. Whenever I see this kind of question, someone asking what matters most, is it experience or qualification? I understand this is someone who is trying to run away from responsibility. This is someone who is trying to look for a scapegoat. You know why? Because the moment you tell them that what is most important is experience, they will say, yeah, that is why I'm not getting this job. I don't have the experience. You tell them what is more important, it is the qualification. They're like, yeah, I knew I'm not getting this job because I don't have that degree. I don't have that master's. I don't. That is not the truth. Now, none is more important than the other. What is more important is what you have in your hands. If you have the skills, if you have the qualifications, use that to your advantage. If you have the experience, use that to your advantage. Stop looking for a scapegoat. Take up the responsibility and don't let like this is what is more important. I don't like that. Anyway, I can get to a ranting mode when I'm talking about it, yeah. But that's part of my role as your coach to tell you the truth, the hard truth. Somebody asked me, how do I balance work and life? Yeah, this is very important, especially in this day and age of mental health. I think I mentioned that. And also noting that when you go for these high paying jobs, more will be expected from you. So you need to be very deliberate and actually think about how do I plan my time around work and personal life, because they need to be totally be separated. Yeah, so it's very important. Am I too young? Am I too old? Again, I get out of shape when I hear this question. Someone who wants to take run away from responsibility, because when someone say, am I too young, am I too old? I was in a conference, I finished talking, then someone comes and tells me, I think I'm not getting jobs because I am too old. Even before they finish talking, another young person comes and tells me, I think I'm not getting these jobs because I'm too young. So the question is which? Stop taking this as an excuse. Take full responsibility. There are jobs that are out there for young people, and there are jobs that are out there for old people, if that is what you want to call yourself, but that is jobs for people with experience. So we have opportunities for all the people. There is enough to go around. Please note, your age should not be a hindrance. Do not look at it as an obstacle. Use it to your advantage. If you're young, you have the energy, you have opportunities that you can be able to take a wide range of tasks and learn. Take that to your advantage. If you're old, you have the experience. That is what you're bringing on board, right? Are we together? I know sometimes, yeah, this stuff can really get me out of the shape. There, look at this email here I got from a gentleman called Bilshan. He says, I recently landed my first consultancy with a few Kenya after heeding to your well laid out youth friendly advice. Now, why youth friendly? He might be older than me, I'm younger than him, but did he get the job? Yes. So what really counts? It is the results, not the age of the person. Are we together? Hope we are clear on that. Yeah. How do you measure, track, and evaluate your progress? Now, it is so sad when I see professionals in their career 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road, only for them to realize they took the wrong path. They took the wrong career path. I'll give you the tools that you will use to track and evaluate your progress so that you don't get into that kind of a trap. How do I fix myself in the succession plan? This is what we're talking about. Influence. You can influence yourself through the succession plan. Yeah, because some people will say, yeah, our company is good, is paying, but they have a succession plan. You can influence your way through the succession plan. They will be wondering, how did this person end up here? What are the qualities of a person worth six figures? Thank you for that question. Actually, that is what I'm going to dive most on. There are six of them. The word badass, yeah, is actually an acronym, and you'll see about that. Somebody asked, how do I get started? And this is a good question. I say, I'm going to show you how you can get started shortly, right away. Is that okay? I'm happy. I'm happy to show you that. Now, I want to pause here and ask this very powerful question. And I want you to really think through before you type it. Because the question is, if I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get a job with the NGOs and the UN? If so, type in the chat, yes, I believe. I'm asking, if I show you exactly how you get your dream job, do you believe that you can get a job with NGOs and the UN? If so, type it in and say, yes, I believe. Because let me tell you this, it all starts with that belief. If you believe, anything is possible. If you don't believe, there's very little I can do to help you. Thank you very much. I can see Caroline there. You're saying, yes, I believe. I can see, yes, I believe. Yes, I can see, yes. I want you to type it out. Yes, I believe. The whole of it. I'll wait here. Yes, I believe. I can see Rose say, yes, I believe. I can see a yes. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, this is what makes the biggest difference. Yes, I believe. Josephine, thank you. Yes, I believe. Violet there. Oh, Violet. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. It starts with that belief. Audrey, yes, I believe. Because if you don't believe, there's very little I can do for you. Of course, I can coach you, I can show you the way, but without that belief, and that belief comes in you, it is inside you. Oh, everybody here saying, yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. I'm really touched and I'm moved. Thank you, Rachel, for joining us and say, yes, you believe. I can see Mary there. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. I'm very grateful to see all you saying you believe. So let me go ahead and share with you how you can be able to get started. Now, there's this program called the Badass Pro. I define my own destiny. Now, this program is highly crafted to help you get to that six-figure salary, to get the jobs with NGO, just to put you on board. So my question to you, I want to ask for your permission. Is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes, tell you about this program called the Badass Pro and how it can be able to help you to get to those NGOs, to go to those international organizations, and after that, I can answer all your questions. Actually, I'm asking for your permission. Put it in the chat. Yes, permission granted, or it's okay. Tell us about Badass Pro. I don't know which one is the quickest thing that you can type. Yeah, I can see someone here saying sure. Yeah, the question is, are you going to give me permission to be able to tell you about this program? I can see someone saying yes. Give me permission. Maybe two or three more people say, yeah, you give me the permission to talk about the Badass Pro program. I define my own destiny. And then from there, we can be able to, I can see someone, yes, permission granted. Josephine, permission granted. And then someone saying, of course, definitely, go ahead. Permission granted. Oh, thank you. This is great. This is great. So let me take the shortest time possible to talk to you about this program called the Badass Pro. Now, personally, as I study here, I'm very proud to say that I am a Badass Pro. Now, Badass is an acronym. Pro stands for professional. And who is this Badass Pro? Number one, it is an individual who is bold, audacious, courageous. They will do what needs to be done as long as the job is finished. That is a Badass Pro. An authentic person, someone who is authentic to themselves and authentic to their own potential. They know what they are capable of. An individual who is driven, they have that inner motivation. They don't need to be constantly supervised to do their job. They have the inner drive. They are driven. An individual who is very aggressive. In this day and age, nothing will be given to you, leave alone on a silver platter. You need to go and grab what you believe to be yours. Not only aggressive, but you're also very assertive and clear what is it that you want. At the end of it, again, an individual who is skilled. The biggest divide between the successful and those who are not successful, it is the skills gap. Remember the question, what matters more? Is it qualification or experience? None of those. Only thing that matters is the skills. But remember, you can get your skills from your qualifications. You learn it in school. Or you can get your skills from experience. As long as you have the skills, you have what it takes. And finally, an individual who is self-assured. They are confident of themselves. They know what they are capable of. And they know and they go for it. So that is a Badass Pro. Bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self assured individual. This is our mantra that I am a Badass Pro. I define my own destiny. I create my own luck. I am confident but not cocky. quiet but not silent, competitive and aggressive. I take 100% responsibility. I never give up. Now, today, if you decide to join the Badass Pro program, what are you going to get? You're going to get Badass Pro 6 weeks coaching program, which is worth about 100,000 Kenya shillings. Now, that is not the cost of the program. This is just what it is worth. If you decide to join it today, these are the 6 weeks training agenda that we are going to have. Week number 1, we'll look at how do you get started and become unstoppable. We keep you in momentum. We keep you going. Week 2, we get to know your worth. Get to know your worth. Like, how much should you be paid right now? Because once you're able to identify your bottom line, like this is my baseline, this is where I'm at, then you can be able to build up on your value as you proceed. Week number 3, we talk about building your confidence and competence. Remember, we say anyone who is confident enough, they will succeed. Confidence and competence, they go hand in hand. The more competent you are, the more confidence you get in yourself. The more confident you are in yourself, the more competent you are. I had this quote by Marcus Garvey, who said, yeah, in this race of life, without confidence, you're defeated twice. That is how much confidence is important. Week 4, we look at how do you master communication and influence and networking. Remember, I told you 85% of network high-paying jobs are gotten through networking. Yes, it starts there. You are able to network, learn how to network, and I also introduce this group of people, right? Week number 4, we look at how do you master communication, influence, and networking. We move on to week number 5, tracking and evaluating your progress. I'll give you the tools that will help you track your progress. We don't want you to waste 5, 10, 15 years only to realize you're in the wrong career direction. I'll give you the tools. And week number 6, we discuss how do you negotiate a 6-figure salary based on your skills, based on your qualification, based on your current situation, because we will have already built up your value. So it will be very customized to your own situation. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching, if you decide to join the Badass Pro, you're going to get one of these professional certification. We have 4 main professional certification. We have project management, project monitoring and evaluation. We have strategic management and leadership. We have fundraising and resource mobilization. These are the kind of qualification that help you get jobs with NGOs and international organizations. Yeah, somebody was asking, how do I get the job? These are the skills that are needed. Remember, again, a badass pro is someone who is skilled, and the difference between the successful in their career and those who are not successful is the kind of skills you have. This kind of certification will just blow up your job search. Where do you think the job money is at? It's NGOs, international organizations, the UN. They're looking for people with project management skills, project monitoring evaluation skills, fundraising and resource mobilization, highly sorted for kind of skill. As we move on, you will not only get the 6 weeks of coaching, you will not only get one of those professional certification, we will also offer you professional CV writing. Now, you might be wondering, what is professional CV writing? Most of us do have CVs, not professional CVs. And these CVs are just a documentation of where you went to school, where you have worked, a list of your responsibilities, and probably some referees. But on the other hand, a professional CV is a document that you use to market yourself. Think about any company or organization. They have a new product or service. They want to bring it into the market. What will they do? They will advertise on billboard, newspaper, radio, magazines, you name them, TV. But you and me don't have the luxury of having a billboard about ourselves. So what do we use? We use our CV, and we need to be very clear on what is it that we are selling. We are selling our skills, our capabilities, our qualifications, our experience to the employer, and how you put it in your document, in your CV, that makes the biggest difference. So it is very important for you to consider how you write your CV. Now, according to a very famous study, it is said that it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to decide if they are going to go through your CV or not, if they are going to go through it. 6 seconds. Now, I want you to look at this CV. This is one of the most common CV layout I see out there of a gentleman called Daniel, male, Kenyan. I'll give you maybe 6 seconds or less. The question you should ask because this is what the hiring manager is asking. What can this person do? When you look at this part of the CV, within 6 seconds, can you be able to figure out what this person can do? Chances are no. We give them benefit of doubt and we go to this section of their CV that talks about career objectives. Now, I have picked several career objectives, probably even from your CV, because I receive a lot of CVs. Just check. And I want you to ask yourself when you look at this objective, does your CV objective resemble the ones that I'm about to show you in tone, in style, or sometimes even word for word? I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. What can this person do? As a matter of fact, this statement here is very selfish. You're telling the employer what you want to gain from them rather than what you are bringing on board. Two different things. I seek challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. Good wording, but not saying anything. I want to succeed in a stimulus and challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunity. Again, being selfish. I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance, and dedication. Piece of advice: if you have the section of career objective in your CV, go get rid of it. It is not helping you in your job search. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you also get professional certification, you get professional CV writing, and we also include their sample cover letters. Now, it is very important to know why we're talking about sample cover letters, because a cover letter is a highly customized application letter for a very specific position. And I just picked a random position. This is an accountant position. I picked some of the responsibilities. So if you're to work in this company, some of the roles that you'll be doing will be reviewing and establishing proper accounting system, supporting budget and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. If this is you, if you can really do this job, then somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement that says, I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous employment, I at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors, such that when someone actually reads this cover letter, they feel like this person is what we are looking for. There's nothing wrong taking words from the job description and using them in your cover letter. Actually, that is what you're supposed to do. But again, I'm not saying copy the whole job description and put it in your cover letter. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you'll also get professional certification, you'll get professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide. Now, in this day and age, I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot afford not to be on LinkedIn when you're looking for a job in an international organization, in these NGOs and UN, because they are busy using LinkedIn. And the good thing with LinkedIn, unlike your CV, which is just in your CV or in your email flash disk somewhere or in the cloud, LinkedIn is a living CV. It is working for you even when you are asleep. Take a look at this here. Email from Shisalim. He told me, hey, Daniel, I would like to thank you for your LinkedIn profile guide service. After your guidance on how to make my LinkedIn account look more professional, I have now been approached by a potential employer and I am due for an interview on Wednesday next week. He wasn't looking for the job was looking for him. Yeah, had nothing to do with this, but I asked Rosalind for her permission to share with you. She said, I posted my very first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high, got called for interviews almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Yes, guys, I have a job now. She got the job. LinkedIn, big thing, big tool in job search. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and we throw in their interview coaching. The most important thing when it comes to interview coaching is for you to understand how do you answer questions in an interview, because the bigger part of the interview is questions, and there are certain questions you expect to be asked throughout, like tell us about yourself. 99.99% of the interviews you go for, that will be the first question you'll be asked. Do you know how to answer that? Some questions you'll be asked: why should we hire you? What makes you the best candidate? Why are you leaving your previous job? What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? How much should we pay you? All these are questions that you can ask actually prepare for in advance so that you don't just think about the question when you are in that interviewing room. So generally, this is what you get. The value worth about 210,000. That is not what we are charging, but you get 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. Now that you know what it is to be a badass pro, are you ready to become a badass pro? Drop in the chat if you're ready. Say, yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to become that bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self assured individual, professional? If you're ready to become a badass pro, drop that in the chat and say, yes, I am ready. Say, yes, I am ready. Oh, okay. I've seen. Okay, someone here saying, oh, okay, go on. Glaya saying, you had to drop out all the way in Lebanon because of bad connection. Don't worry, this will be here. You will be. You can do the replay. Yeah. Thank you very much. I can see Arif. You're saying, yes, I am ready. The rest of you, are you ready to become a badass pro? Drop that in the chat. That bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled individual. Absolutely. Nicholas saying you're ready to become a badass pro. So is Abraham is also ready. Okay, I think I jumped Patrick here. Is it Patricia? You're ready? Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Oh, everybody here. B Studio 55. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Oh, I'm very happy to see all of you being ready to become a badass pro. So how do you go about joining being a badass pro? Now, I had two choices when I was trying to decide how much should I charge for this program, because I can see already there was a question here. How much will I part with? I had two choices, Caroline. Yeah, when I was trying to decide how much I should ask you, the first one was to go cheap and get as many people as possible. And I said, yeah, this is a very good option. Why don't I just go cheap? I get hundreds and hundreds of people to join the program. And I said, wait a minute. There's a second option that I have here. Ask for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. And so out of these two options, I said, okay, let me ask for a slightly higher investment, which will come with a guarantee that I will invest more time, more effort to ensure that you're successful. When I open this program, I want to take about 10 people, max 10. I don't want hundreds because it will be stressful to make sure that they are successful, all of them at the same time. But 10 people, I do a cohort, I run through, people are successful, I'm happy. So it is only going to cost you 24,999 Kenya shillings, or you can pay in 3 installments of 9,999 Kenya shillings, and this will guarantee you get the 6 weeks of coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. If you're international, it's not about Kenya shillings. The best unit is the US dollars. It's only 249 US dollars, or you can pay in 3 monthly installments through PayPal of 99 US dollars. You get the 6 weeks of coaching, 4 certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. And wait a minute, absolutely no excuse for you not to take action. You know why? Because there is a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program within the first 30 days, you don't get exactly what I've said here you will get. Let me know, no question asked, we will refund your money. Now that I have shared that with you, you have two choices. The first option you have is to do nothing, not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk free. And the second option you have is to be open minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. Out of these two choices, doing nothing or being open minded, my question to you is, what is going to be easier for you? Don't drop it in the chat this time around. Just have it in your head. What is going to be easy for you? I have come to learn that from research, if you learn a ton as you have done this evening, it takes about 24 hours. If you don't take any action within the next 24 hours, chances of you taking action thereafter drops almost to zero. Yes, and taking action does not necessarily mean just paying for the program. Like, you need to go check your CV. Do you know how your cover letter is? You need to go check your LinkedIn. How does it look? Can you change here or there? As in, all these things, very, very important. So the question is, Right now it's about 8:30 from where I am. With the next 24 hours, will you be able to take some action? Question to you. There are two types of people, even in this live broadcast here. The first type of people, those who get an opportunity to change their lives, they agree with everything I've shared with you today. Actually, they can see how it is applicable in their lives, and guess what? They still do nothing. And the second type of people are those who take action and define their own future. Between these two type of people who do nothing and those people who take action and define their own future, my question to you is, what type are you? Don't drop it in the chat, just have it at the back of your head. So here's the thing. If you want to get in touch with me, my email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. I'm not yet through. I want to answer any questions that you might have right here, or you want more information, just go to careerpoint.co.ke/badass and you will learn more about this program. But wait a minute, before we proceed, by the way, there's something I want to mention. If you're here live with me and you take the action and make at least the first deposit of 9,999 right now, as we are live here, or you pay through PayPal, you will be able to get all the 4 certifications. You will also join the Badass Pro, and I'll give you all these 4 certifications. Yes, that is the challenge for anyone who takes action right now. Now, on top of that, I am going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to give you just a minute. Where is it? Yes, here we go. I'm going to give you a notebook saying that I am a Badass Pro. It's upside down. Okay, let me even switch here a little bit. On top of that, you get yourself a notebook saying that I am a Badass Pro. And on top of that, I will also give you a t-shirt saying I am a Badass Pro. Yes, this is only for people who decide to take action tonight, right now, before we go on. So, and on an evening like this, these are people who decided to take action. On an evening, I gave them this opportunity. This is Helen, all the way in, is it Kitui? We have Eunice in Pungoma. We have Scholastica here in she's in Kikuyu. This is Winfred in Kiambu, Clara in Nairobi West. We have Beatrice in Gigiri. We have is it Margaret in Gatondo. We have Francis in Mombasa. All these people decided to take an action just like you are about to. Now, this is the opportunity I'm giving you. If you're here in Kenya, just go make that first deposit of 9,999 and then drop it in the chat and say, yes, I made a payment. You'll get all the 6 weeks of coaching, all the 4 certifications, professional CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and all that. Is that okay? If you have any question, please drop them in the chat, and then I'll give you. This is a very good question. Can one get these NGO jobs without project management qualifications? Yes, you can get, but getting this qualification will really give you a higher chance of getting a job. Because you know why? NGOs, they mainly work through programs and projects. So if you can come in and help them to do the projects, to do this, and you, even if you're coming in as an accountant, as a receptionist, and you have an idea of project management, you have a much, much bigger advantage. Is that okay? So if you're there, make that first payment, and then I'll be able to answer. Let me see if there's another question here. Okay, I can see it. But don't leave. But again, I still have a lot that I want to share. I want to teach you. I want to train you. I have 10 more minutes to go through it as I answer your question. Now, let me tell you this. I learned this from Warren Buffett. He says that the best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. You know why? Because this is where you'll get the highest return on investment. The best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. For every shilling, for every dollar you like invest in yourself today, you will have $30 return over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. Where else will you get such a return on investment? Real estate? Mm-mm. Stock market? No. Only when you invest in yourself. And again, I learned this from Brian Tracy. It's called the 10-10 rule. What it says is we are brought up in a society where we take 10% of our income and we type it. We use it to help other people. Why not take another 10% of your income and tithe it to yourself? Because that is where you get the highest return on investment. Invest in yourself. And if you do that, I started actually created a fund for self-development, 10% of my income, and my income has always been increasing because I've been taking time to really invest in yourself. This is your opportunity to invest in yourself. Make that first installment, 9,999. If you're international, you want to pay through PayPal, let me know. I'll drop the link for PayPal right there. Okay, I think here's the question. Can a teacher get a job? Yes. Actually, teachers have a very good opportunity, especially with NGOs like Save the Children. There is World Vision, which are mainly focused on children, and they want to help the children have the most. Teachers have a great opportunity there. Yeah. So please, if you're interested, please do. What is the space of these three installments? It is monthly installments. Yeah, monthly installment. So if you pay right now, you will need to pay the next installment at the beginning of August, and the other one you will pay at the beginning of, is it September? August, September. Yes. Now, here's the magic, and I like this question. You know why? I'm not much focused about the money, because by the time you're paying in three installments, the 6 weeks will be over. You will actually have gotten the full value of your program, right? So I just want you to make that commitment and say, this is my commitment. I can be able to get started. And then the rest will fall in place. Is that okay? I can see a question here from Purity. Can I, BSc hold, qualify to NGOs and yes? Can a BSc holder get a job with NGOs? Yes, you can be able to do that. Do you know I am a BSc holder also? I did BSc, but that is a story for another day. How much is Kenya shilling is the dollar as of today? Okay, no, is it 130, 113 or 115? But the best thing, just divide it by 100. Yeah, divide by 100. That is the quickest way, and that is why I normally say if it is 999, you can make the first installment with 99.99. But if you want, I can drop the link in the chat. If let me see if I can get the link on how you can make the payment and drop that in the chat. If you go to PayPal, okay, where we at? So I have already put the link in the chat. You can go ahead and make payment through. Oh, I've been told someone has already paid through M-Pesa locally here. Okay, good. I think one person already in. I'll just need to confirm. I can see another one here. Oh, that is good, Nicholas. Hopefully you got it. Someone asking, as an accountant, yes, you can still get. One of the key things with NGOs is that they get a lot of funding and they need someone who can be able to account for that. So accountant play a very key role with NGOs. Yeah. Someone in Nepal currency, how much should I pay? Okay, just convert using the US dollar. That will be the quickest way for you to do that. Yeah. Question: if I miss the 6 weeks coaching, when can we schedule the next one? Okay, thank you very much for that question. Let me say this: it is a very, very flexible program. Yeah. So what happens? We will create a learning account on our learning platform. We have an online learning platform, and I'm going to share with you. By the way, some of you, if you have very specific questions, I'm going to switch very quickly and go to Zoom. I'll give you some Zoom details so that we can have a one-on-one question and demonstrate how it works. But anyway, hang on in there. So the 6 weeks, very flexible. You log in into the platform. You will have content for that week. There are certain activities that you'll do. We have some worksheets, we have some videos, we have some exercise for you to do. And then at the end, when you finish that stuff for that week, then you jump on a call, one-on-one call, me and you on Zoom. Now, the thing is, some people get busy. They have to postpone. They say, I'm not available this week. I can do it next week. It's very flexible. Yes, it's a 6 weeks coaching. If you can be able to, we can be able to meet consistently for 6 weeks. Very good. If not, we can skip. Now, I don't know if Rachel is still here. She's one of people in the program. What she did, she started off with the courses. So she started with the certification. She did all of them. I think it took 2 or 3 months for her to finish. Then she said, now I am in for the coaching program. Then we are actually currently in the coaching. I think week 2 or 3. I think we did week 1 the other day. Yeah. So that is how it works. Very, very flexible. What else? What if one does not have a PayPal account? Now, if you're international, you don't have a PayPal account, I am going to jump on Zoom. I'll give you the details for Zoom. Then we can be able to meet and I can give you my personal details. You can send through Western Union or what works best for you. But thank you for that question. Now, I want you to look at this email. This is an email I got from Lucy Njogo. She said, Dear Daniel, I cannot be grateful enough for the Badass Pro training that came with a professionally made CV and sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews with very reputable international NGOs such as ILRI, One Acre, among others. With my new CV and cover letter samples that I customized to suit various positions, I am now very confident to apply for jobs in the UN agencies. And honestly, I am hopeful and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a long, I hadn't been receiving interview invitations. It's no longer the case now anymore. Thanks a lot, and God bless you for the good work and always being ready to help. You can join Lucy and give me such a testimonial that you have seen a difference in terms of your job search, getting invited to interviews with these highly recruitable NGOs. How would you feel if you were passed on a promotion because you did not have the right skills? How will that make you feel? Not so good. How would you feel if the person next to you get the big break because they understood networking and you didn't? And that is what I want to teach you, the networking and giving you the skills that you need to get jobs. But on the flip side, how would you feel if this time next year you're debt free, you're living in your own dream home and planning your next vacation? How would that feel? It is only possible if you decide to take action today, right now. Go ahead, make that payment of 9,999 through the till number 715732. If you're international, you can pay through PayPal. I've already put the link there, and we can be able to continue. Is that okay? I'm really excited. Oh, I can see more questions coming here. Uh, okay. I can see. Right. Someone said, right now I'm a student. I will complete my studies in December period. Will I still get a chance to complete my studies before then? Okay. Here's what I will tell you. I normally do this as rotation. Yeah. I get some people joining in. We have a cohort. Once we finish, I take time to breathe in, maybe 2, 3 weeks or a month. Then I have another cohort coming in. So if you can pay right now, yes, you can be ready. Tell me when you're ready, then you can kick it that. But you never know when I'll have a next intake. Yeah, I try to have 3 or 4 intakes in a year, but of course, I also want to mind about my mental health. So I really take care of that. But thank you very much. Okay, I've been told another one has paid through Zidem Pesa. Yeah, so I think Michael. Okay, good. I think Michael and Rachel, whoever. Yeah, at least 3 people, 7 people to go. Now, the other thing I also want to mention is that this is not this is a special offer. It's going to end on Sunday because we want to start this coaching on Monday. So if you join right now, you have between today and Sunday midnight to make the payment. But if you pay right now when we are live, is when you get all the 4 certifications. If you pay tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, you will get one. You'll have to choose one certification. But thank you very much. How much is it in kwacha total? Okay, the total amount is 24,999 US dollars, and then you can be able to change. But I'll do a quick calculation for you. How much does it cost to okay, how much does it cost to proofread my CV? Okay, we don't do proofreading, we do professional CV writing. So what you do, send us your CV, we'll review it, and we'll tell you how much it will cost for us to write a professional CV for you. Now, as I finish, this is the last bit. Yeah, I want to finish and say this. Yeah, and then invite you guys for a Zoom call if you want to ask very specific question. I learned it from Jim Rohn. Cost versus what. Don't evaluate something based on how much it costs. Evaluate it based on how much it is worth. When you're talking about cost, you say, "Oh, this program is very expensive." But what, on the other hand, is what are you standing to lose if you don't get into this program? Being jobless for long, not joining the NGOs, not getting your full potential. That is what it is costing you. That is what it is worth. You guys here, I believe you have big goals, right? I want to challenge you. Let the size of your goal be equal to the size of the investment you invest in yourself. Because as we say, that is where you'll get the highest return on investment. This is your chance to invest in yourself. Make that first payment. You get the 6 weeks coaching, all the 4 certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. All this goes hand in hand. Is that okay? Now, before I switch on to the E to E ratio, this will just, it is said that the most successful people, the top 5%, most successful people, they take 95% of their time to educate themselves and only 5% in entertainment. While the bigger majority spend 95% of their time in entertainment. And I'm not just talking about going to parties and all that. The time you spend on social media, scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, the time you spend gossiping, just chatting, all that is entertainment. I want you to be very deliberate in your time and start creating the time for learning. 95%. You will never be 100% ready when an opportunity arises. And I'm sure most of you here, you are not 100% ready. So what do? Just do it. You will never be ready. All stars will not align waiting for you to be ready. But I can tell you this, you just need to take the first step. And the greatest fear carries the greatest growth. If you're there and you're feeling fearful, you're not sure, should I do it or should I not do it? Let me tell you, that's a good sign. It's a good sign because it shows that you're about to do something that is outside your comfort zone and your body interprets it as a threat and think, oh my God, we are going to die. That is why you're feeling the fear. But knowing that when you do something outside your comfort zone, that is when you have your greatest growth. You will never grow in your comfort zone. And this is the last thing I want to show you. When you're in your comfort zone, what happens? You're feeling safe, you're in control, but there you have low risk and low returns, low rewards. But the next level is when you get to this fear zone. And most of you are in this fear zone. And I want to acknowledge that it's nothing bad. You're feeling a little bit low on self-esteem. You're looking for excuses. Oh, it's too expensive. It's not the right time. I should have learned about this last week. I had the money and all that. You are wondering and being affected by others' opinion. What would people say when they hear I just went online? I met this guy called Daniel Mutuku and they said blah blah blah. I paid. That is the fear zone. But the question is, will you push past the fear zone and get yourself to this learning zone where you face new challenges, you solve the problems, you acquire new skills, and you extend your learning and your comfort zone? And only then will you be able to get to this field where we talk about finding your purpose. This is the growth zone, finding your purpose, living your dreams, setting new goals, and conquering the objectives. Or when you're here in the fear zone, will you retreat and go back to the comfort zone? That is the challenge I'm posing to you. Retreating or pushing past the fear zone, you get to the learning zone and the growth zone. Here's an opportunity for you to join the program, and I think I have done my job. Oh, this is a certificate that you get when you pay for monetary evaluation. This person, your name right there, has been formally evaluated, assessed, and can demonstrate the skills and knowledge in monitoring and evaluating projects and can use result-based management and has been awarded a certificate in monitoring evaluation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we started, I asked you this question. Will you let me be your coach? Will you allow me to tell you the truth, the hard truth? If I have been able to do that, please let me know. Now, the question to you is, will you let this be the end, or do you want this to be the beginning of this coaching relationship? If you join the Badass Pro, you're saying, I want this to be the beginning so that we can continue. Imagine having this for the next 6, 8 weeks, 2 months. Will it not be life-changing to you? If you want it to be the end, then I think this is what you're saying, that this is the end. I've loved it, but it's okay. So I want to ask you, do you want it to be the beginning or the end? Let me know in the chat. Now, if you want to join me, on Zoom. Let me give you the Zoom details. Yeah. Uh, just go to Zoom, and these are the details. Yeah. Go to Zoom. There we go. The ID. There's the ID 8485999. All of the password is salary. Or you can use this link, or you can use the link I'm about to post in the chat also. Join me on Zoom, and then I can be able to answer any question you have. The passcode is salary. Is that okay? Um, yeah, I think that is it. That is it. Here's the opportunity. Last time, make that payment. Join the three who have already paid. I know some people who will pay on PayPal. I'll just confirm, and then you can join us and become a badass pro. Become a badass pro. I think yes. So let me do this. I want to open my Zoom so that I can welcome you into that meeting. Is that okay? By the way, did you get value? Thank you. I can see someone here saying, salute you. You're a GS certified digital marketer. That is true. Oh, yes. Salute you, certified digital marketer. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, there is the passcode. Let me open Zoom so that I can invite you in and we can have that discussion for a few minutes. If you have very specific questions you would want me to answer. Is that okay? By the way, do you want this to be? Did you find value? Did you find value? Are you happy that you actually took time and join us? I'm very happy to welcome you. Join the Zoom. Let me see. Yes, I think we are already on Zoom. Let me see who is there, and then we can be able to continue. Otherwise, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a great opportunity. I'm happy that I got the chance to come in and serve you this evening. If you got value, let me know in the chat. Say yes, you got value. If you're joining me, you want this to be the beginning of this relationship. I'm very happy. I can see Nicholas, you're saying you got value. If you don't have a PayPal, so Nicholas, I'll be happy. Join me on Zoom right now. I'll take about 10 minutes to answer all the questions, and then we can call it a day. I can show you how you can be able to pay even if you don't have a PayPal account. Yeah, but I can see you had already shown your interest. Let me see how many people are on Zoom. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, Rachel, you've already joined on Zoom. I also want to know how you're faring on. Maybe we can have a quick chat. But thank you. I can see more and more people are joining us. Otherwise, this has been a great session. I really appreciate each one of you. I'll take a few minutes to go on Zoom, talk to you guys. Oh, at least Josephine confirming. Yes, got value. Great job. I really appreciate that. Otherwise, until next time, I'm out.